Manscaped.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up weekdays. Catch us live, somebody. Let's go.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. Okay, all right now. Okay, let me just say this real quick. Was not expected to come on here at all today. I was taking the day off, needed some time to just, you know what I'm saying? Take some time to breathe. Let me do my thing. You see what I'm saying? Yes, I did call it a while ago. I did, but you know, my thoughts and opinions have been wavering. Okay. Just like everybody else's. It's kind of like, is he alive? Is he still out here in these wilderness streets? Is he in the Appalachian Trails? Is he in the Carlton Reserve? Where the hell is this man? Man, damn. Well, allegedly, he is dead. I mean, but here's the thing, and I just found out, like I said, I wasn't planning on doing the show today at all. I was going to take the day off. Like, look, I'm dressed up. I'm ready to go and do some things. I got some meetings I got to go to and all that ish. And right when I'm about to walk out the damn door, I see Twitter going like crazy, talking about how Brian Laundrie, it has been confirmed that the body remains, the human remains that they found, are indeed Brian Laundrie. And like I said, I'm still letting this marinate because I'm not fully okay with it. But hey, if that's what they're saying, that's what they're saying. You see what I'm saying? And in fact, I'm going to pull up Brian Enton's Twitter, because this is where I saw it. I mean, literally, I just saw it out of nowhere. And I know there's been other commentators that hopped onto this train hard and hot and fresh out the kitchen as soon as the information came out. What I was seeing, y'all, was something completely different, man. I was seeing something completely different. Real mother-loving talk. They were saying it was going to take a little bit for them to come out with the information. It might take a day or two before they can actually find out if those remains are indeed Brian Laundrie's. But hey, I guess they did that stuff fast. They did that stuff figgity fast. Okay. So of course we got to get into this. You know what I mean? Let's jump into this. Cause like I said, I'm not here for a long time, but we're here for a good time. I mean, it's an unfortunate time. I'll be honest. It's not great news. To me, this is not great news. I know some of y'all are going like good riddance. You know what I mean? I saw somebody earlier say eye for an eye. But, I'm going to be real. This is still something that I'm still working it out, y'all. I'm going to be real. I'm still working it out. But hey, given the fact that this is some brand new news, please hit that like button down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if this is your first time checking out this show. Welcome to the Pascal Show. If this is your if you're a first timer, but yeah, we have to jump into this, guys. I mean, we just got to. You see what I'm saying? We just got to. All right. So we're looking at this. This is Brian Enton's page. He's saying, well, they're obviously breaking the story right now on his other show, News Nation. Right now, they said FBI says a comparison of dental records confirmed the remains are Brian Laundrie. Brian Laundrie is 110% without a shadow of a doubt. D-E-D, did. Him did, everybody. Him did. Damn. So, here's the other thing. Laundrie parents have been informed the remains are Brian's, according to their attorney. So they got the heads up. They know exactly what's going down. Now, this is about an hour ago. I'm going to show this really quick, and then I'm going to show WFLA, of course, as well, because, they've been covering this mother lover like crazy. And then, of course, I'm going to open up the phone lines and hear from your thoughts. I want to hear you guys' thoughts, whether you agree with this or not. But like I said, I was not planning on coming on here at all. But I felt like we have to close this chapter, right? We have to close this story. Does this close the story? I don't know. But let's take a look at some of these things that Brian Enton has here. Let's just do it because we can. And then I'm going to play a little bit of the WFLA's coverage as well. Like I said, human remains, once again, without a shadow of a doubt, according to FBI and dental records. So this was some serious stuff. The body remains were some serious ish. It wasn't just a finger or a toe. This was obviously a skull or something. They found something, but him dead, y'all. Him dead. Okay. So let's take a look at this. This is just a coroner's van, if I'm correct. Thank you, Serena. It was his skull. Ain't that some ish, y'all? Like I said, okay, and here's the thing, though. I mean, obviously it was his skull if they had dental records, right? They used dental records to identify Brian Laundrie's body. And God knows how long he was out there for. God knows what his cause of death is, which I still don't know. Like I said, I just heard that he was dead, that they confirmed that this was his body, right? Or whatever they had. The human remains were pieces of Brian Laundrie's body. So I'm still learning this as we go right now, too. It has been a very eventful and busy day for me to begin with. But I was just like, you know what? I have to jump on here real quick and chop it up with the fam, all right? And let you guys know what this is. You see what I'm saying? This is not great news, y'all. Like I said, I'm not happy about this news. Why? You ask why? Oh, that's funny. Thanks for the heads up. Get it? Ba-dum-ting. Happy Halloween, everybody. So the thing is the reason why I'm not happy about this is because we need to find out what happened to Gabby. I wanted to know everything. Now, maybe the notebook is still intact. Obviously, it was in a big plastic bag. And I'm hoping that maybe he wrote out his manifesto or something. Like I'm hoping that he wrote out something just to give out the truth, give out the facts, give out what we all are wondering, nip some theories in the bud, squash all the BS. Okay? That's what I want to see. Lady Justice doesn't know it does fit. You know what I'm saying? Wow, I didn't mean to imply a pun. What a double entendre I missed, but it fits. Yep, it does fit. I'm sorry. And it's a little callous. Like, let's be real. I mean, this is an individual that's no longer on this planet. And I know that there's a lot of people that are going to sit there and say, good riddance. I'm so happy. This guy's a jerk. This guy did this terrible thing. But this is the tragic part of it all. We are not going to have, unless we read this notebook, right? And I think it's the antithesis of the movie The Notebook, all right? It does not have a happy ending, or it's a sad ending, but it's not a great ending, all right? There's going to be a lot of people. They're going to sit there and go, well, if he's not saying anything in the book, we ain't got nothing. Okay? Sweet indigo in a plastic bag. Yes. So they found. Okay, let me just break it down for y'all really quick, and then I'm going to open up this WFLA thizang. Okay. So according to the news, 2 days ago, the Carlton Reserve was opened back up to the public. FBI, the law enforcement, the law, okay, decided to back off on the Carlton Reserve. Less than 24 hours later, and of course, if I got the timeline wrong, please forgive me. I'm trying to get this right. All right. So if I get it a little skew, I apologize. But the family, the father, Chris and Roberta, all right, decided, hey, you know what? We are going to go and do whatever we can to help out the very next day, because now it was open to the public, right? So then suddenly they find this is why I'm not lying. I ain't capping, y'all. But as soon as the dad went out there, they found a plastic bag with a notebook in it and a book bag. And then guess what? On top of that, they found human remains. So then, next thing you know, everyone's going, oh, the book, the notebook, right? And whose human remains are these? Is it Brian? Is it not Brian? Could it be Brian? Could it not be Brian? Let's see what happens. So, flash forward to this morning. FBI and the law enforcement, the powers that be, said, hey, we're going to do what we need to do. We're going to do our due diligence, but it may take a day or two to get the full diagnosis if this is Brian Laundrie's body or not. So, next thing you know, due to using dental records, Brian Laundrie has been found, which means that is his human remains. So they found a head or maybe a partial skull or something, and they used dental records to ID these human remains. So you add 2 plus 2 and it equals 4. We have now confirmed without a shadow of a doubt, Brian Laundrie is mother-loving DED dead. So I'm going to show you guys this. And like I said, my timeline could be a little skew, a little off, you know what I mean? Give or take a few hours here and there. But like I said, it seems fishy to me. But I'm not going to sit here and grasp at straws. Okay? But it does seem weird that they were out there for weeks, y'all. Weeks. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, y'all, out of the clear blue sky, as soon as the Carlton Reserve is back open to the public, less than 24 hours later, they find a bag with a notebook in it, his book bag, and a head. Does that make sense to you, baby? This doesn't make no sense. But here it is. They have confirmed that he is dead, so there it is. Some people are saying justice is served, right? Revenge or justice or whatever's a dish best served cold, or whatever the hell you want to call it. But there you have it, y'all. I'm going to show you, like I said, this is just a live feed from the WFLA. Shout out to WFLA because they've been on this mother lover like crazy. So I'm going to jump around because it's not perfect. I don't have a perfect queued up spot in this live feed. I'm going to find some information and so that we are all caught up to date about all this stuff. So let's take a look at this, shall we? Like I said, this is crazy. This is nutty, but I'm going to scroll back just a little bit. But it's so weird. Did they say, yeah, I mean, it really is Brian Laundrie up in this piece. I'm going to go all the way back. Let's see what they say at the top of this mug.
Will begin momentarily.
Oh, he ain't ready yet. Come on.
WFLA now.
There we go. Here we go.
JB Buno.
Him dead, y'all. Him dead.
23-year-old Brian Laundrie, the only person of interest in Gabby Petito's death, is dead. Confirmed by FBI Denver in a release on Twitter moments ago. The human remains discovered at the Carlton Reserve here on Wednesday belong to Brian Laundrie.
By the way, do me a favor before we continue. Don't forget to hit that like button down below. We got almost 400 people, 400 souls watching the show right now. Hit that like button down below. Send those likes past 200 likes, that would really mean a lot. All right. And don't forget to crush the subscribe button. Okay. We cover other things other than the Brian Laundrie saga or circus or whatever you want to call it. All right. Please smash that like button, destroy that subscribe button. It'd be really appreciated. Anyway, let's continue, shall we? And I will be opening up the phone lines very, very shortly. So get your fingers ready to dial that number. Okay, let's go.
Hey there, everybody. JB Buno here with you on WFLA Now, our second stream here today on WFLA Now. And of course, we told you we would be back here live with any breaking developments here in the Gabby Petito, Brian Laundrie story. And we now have a confirmation that Brian Laundrie is dead. Gabby Petito is dead. It all, of course, now comes back to the Justice for Gabby calls online, the Justice for Gabby calls that you heard yesterday at the conclusion of the FBI press conference here at Myakkahatchee at the Carlton Reserve. Are we any closer to getting justice for Gabby? Will we ever get answers? Where are we on seeking the truth? Let's get to the release that came in from the Department of Justice and the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Denver office here a short time ago. And I'll read it here as follows. Again, you can find it on the FBI Denver account on Twitter. And it reads, on October 21st, 2021, a comparison of dental records confirmed that the human remains found at the T. Mabry Carlton Jr. Memorial Reserve and Myakkahatchee Creek Environmental Park are those of Brian Laundrie. The FBI is grateful for the tremendous investigative support from our partners, Northport Police Department, Sarasota Police Department, Jackson Police Department, Charlotte County Sheriff's Office, Lee County Sheriff's Office, Sarasota County Sheriff's Office, Teton County Sheriff's Office, Teton County Search and Rescue, the Florida Wildlife Commission, the National Park Service, and the U.S. Forest Service. The title of the document, Human Remains Found at Carlton Reserve Confirmed as Those of Brian Laundrie, and then, of course, all the necessary information there at the header of this release. Brian Laundrie confirmed to be deceased. Let's all kind of break down where this all happened and how we got to this point. Chris and Roberta Laundrie, Brian's parents, go out to the Carlton Reserve yesterday, that being Wednesday, October 20th. According to Stephen Bertolino, the attorney, they go out and it is with law enforcement. There are cameras there present, images that, of course, have been making the rounds on social media. Chris and Roberta Laundrie go to an area that Brian is believed to have been in the past, and an area that is believed to have been underwater previously due to all of the precipitation that fell on the Carlton Reserve over the month of September. We showed you the aerials. It was a swampy wetland as far as rural Sarasota County, the wilderness there in rural Sarasota County at the Carlton Reserve. They go there yesterday. Chris Laundrie, Brian's father, discovers a silver dry bag, a dry bag that he grabs. There's video of him, images on social media of him holding this bag.
Okay. I'm rolling that back just a tiny bit because that's kind of an important piece to hear, that Brian Laundrie's dad, Christopher, found the bag. I repeat, he found the bag. Not law enforcement, but Papa. Papa found the bag. One more time.
Month of September. We showed you the aerials. It was a swampy wetland as far as rural Sarasota County, the wilderness there in rural Sarasota County at the Carlton Reserve. They go there yesterday. Chris Laundrie, Brian's father, discovers a silver dry bag.
So let me do this reenactment. He's like, hey, I want to help out and try to find my son. I need to find my son. They're like, all right, sir, come on over. We're over here at Carlton Reserve in this particular area because the water has, subsided. It's not as wet anymore. Real nice dry land now. So come on over. It's not as swampy. Okay, I just need to find my son. Where could he be? What is this right here? A silver bag, and it's dry. What's in it? A notebook. And this is definitely my son's book. What? So Papa went out there and found a bag. He secured that bag. Come on, y'all. Come on now. They found a bag, and inside the bag, the contents of the bag, the contents of the bag are dry. You're telling me that this was, come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. You're telling me that was it? That's how, that's it? They're not even going to question the, don't tell me you're not going to question the parents with this ish. I need to find my son. My son's out there. Where's my son? And then they go out and he goes, oh my word, there's a bag right here. Why didn't you guys see this? This is crazy. Huh? Okay. This is fine. This is what they're feeding us, man. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a jerk. I'm not trying to be a jerk. All right. But the logic, like I've been saying, the math just ain't mathing. You tell me he went out and he found the bag. Come on. This is such a giveaway. It's such a huge giveaway. Are you kidding me? Baby, are you kidding me? People, are you kidding me? Come on, man. That's a dead giveaway. That something is real fishy. And I agree with Indigo, Sweet Indigo. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. It just disappeared. But she said this is very fishy. They just want to close the case, that the family can be left alone. I'm going to answer that here in a second. We're going to continue on that. But you cannot tell me that the math is mathing right now. 2 + 2 does not equal 4 in this situation. I'm sorry. Do the arithmetic, babies. Do this arithmetic with me. They've been working on finding this man that has been out on the lam for damn near a month. The day after they decide to relinquish some of that full court press on the Carlton Reserve, the parents finally say, well, I'm going to help out. I need to find my son. He's out there in that Carlton Reserve. I guarantee it. Less than 24 hours after the Carlton Reserve has been released to the public, he goes out into the swamp or into a dry area where there used to be swampage, right? And he just goes, oh, lo and behold, if I ain't a monkey's uncle, he finds a bag. Is the math mathing? Because it ain't for me. Let's continue. Like I said. And then all of a sudden, oh, there's a book bag, and then there his skull is at. You're telling me that just happens to be a coincidence? Leah Camp just said, behold, a bag, a silver bag. You're telling me you're not going to see a silver bag out there in the wilderness? Everything's green and brown, y'all. Are you man? Are you serious? Bruh. All right then. Here it is. It may not be the pops or the parents. It could have been somebody else who was involved in this whole situation too. I'm sorry for the conspiracy theories, but at the same time, it doesn't make sense. That cannot be that simple. After 4 weeks of nonstop hoofing, thousands, millions of dollars worth of law enforcement out there searching for this man. And they found him after just relinquishing the pressure off of the Carlton Reserve for less than 24 hours. And the pops goes out there like, well, let me make sure I don't, let me stretch real quick. I don't want to pull a hammy, warrior pose. Okay. And he goes out there and he finds it like that. What? I ain't with it.
A dry bag that he grabs. There's video of him, images on social media of him holding this bag. It's brought to the attention of law enforcement. They focus on this area. Nearby is also a backpack is discovered. A notebook is discovered as well. In that area, human remains are found. As we found out yesterday from law enforcement sources, originally it was partial human remains. It was then confirmed to be skeletal remains later on today. And now we have the information here from the FBI that it was a comparison of dental records, not DNA, but dental records that confirm that the human remains that were found Wednesday morning are that of Brian Laundrie. Now, I tweeted out earlier that I was anticipating that the dental records would be used as supplemental evidence, that they would wait for DNA evidence to come back. This is, they are confident enough in the match of the dental records that these are the remains of Brian Laundrie. So many online observers have commented to me over the last several weeks, pointing out very, very particular details of Brian Laundrie's smile and his teeth. And if there were unique characteristics of the dental records that made it indistinguishable that this was Brian Laundrie, then that was enough for the FBI to announce this today unexpectedly. We, based on all information that we had obtained over the course of today, we were anticipating Friday being a potential first day where we could get this release.
Exactly. This is the reason why I was like, I'm taking today off so I can breathe a little bit, because I know for a fact the day before yesterday I did 3 streams, bang, bang, bang. And I was like, I just need to give myself a little bit of rest. I got some things going on, right? And then now this happens. I was like, wait, they said it was going to be a day or two. It was less than 40. It was less than 24 hours, less than 12 hours. And then bang, here it is. Just so you guys know, him did dental records. Now, see, but the thing is that I want to know what were the body parts, right? They said skeletal body parts. What were the body parts? Yeah, obviously it's a skull, but I'm saying, what else? Was it a partial skull? Was it only half his skull? What is it? That's insane, guys. Insane. But let's continue. Like, you know what I mean? Math this with me, man. Do the arithmetic. Does this make sense? No. I got some theories, though. Oh, I got some theories. Hold on. By all means, I can see about 600 people watching the show right now. Please hit that like button down below. Send it past 300 likes. It's very little. Just a few hits. Just hit that like button and don't forget to crush that subscribe button, y'all. All right? We cover a lot of stories. Obviously, this story is pretty much done. We're going to be wrapping this story up, right? Right? Ain't it the end of the story? Are we at the end of the road? Are we at the end of the road? I don't know. I do not know. With what Sweet Indigo just said earlier, is this going to relinquish some of the pressure off the family, of the Laundrie family, and the people outside of the front of their house? Just you wait. I got my own 2 cents on this piece. Let's continue.
As to whether or not the remains were that of Brian Laundrie. And perhaps the DNA would have come back on Friday or Saturday or Sunday or Monday of next week, sometime over the next, let's say, 4 to 5 days, however quickly they can do that DNA testing. But DNA testing was secondary in the estimations of the FBI, them releasing, and you see it here on your screen, that the comparison of dental records confirm that the human remains found at the T. Mabry Carlton Jr. Memorial Reserve, the Carlton Reserve, and Myakkahatchee Creek Environmental Park are those of Brian Laundrie. Let's bring this all back to where the focus needs to be, and the focus needs to be on seeking truth, seeking fact. We still don't know what happened to Gabby Petito. We know her cause of death, but we don't know who is responsible, as the FBI put it yesterday in the press conference, who is responsible for the murder of Gabrielle Venora Petito. We don't know. Will we ever know? Is there evidence? And what will the FBI do now that we have a couple that embarks on a cross-country road trip together, seemingly happy, seemingly posting on social media, seemingly ready to spend the rest of their lives together, and just a few weeks later, they are both dead? What happens now as far as determining what the truth of this story is and what happened to Gabby Petito? Will we ever know? Is there enough ample evidence in Wyoming? Is there any evidence with the belongings that have been gathered here in Florida? Does the notebook tell us anything? Is there evidence, whether it's in Wyoming, Florida, or anywhere in between? Is there anything that has been obtained from the FBI, or is there any information that Chris Laundrie, Roberta Laundrie, or someone else knows that can indistinguishably tell us who is responsible for the murder of Gabby Petito?
Here it is, guys. This is my thought. Because we could sit here all day, theorizing, hypothesizing, doing all these conspiracy theories. And he ain't wrong. Maybe there's something in that notebook that's going to be, like I said, like a manifesto, that it's going to be like, hey, here's the truth of what has happened in my perspective, like in Brian Laundrie's perspective. For sure. There's probably that. There's got to be. There's got to be some sort of inkling of something in that notebook, right? Or it just might show what goes on in his mind, right? Like with his drawings and all that. And of course, everything's going to be pointing towards, oh, he was a vicious, devilish person. Doesn't matter. He could be drawing daffodils in that book. We're all going to think that he's obviously mentally unstable because of doing what he allegedly did. But the thing is are we really going to have the full truth? No, we're not. The story began and now ends with Brian Laundrie. And Brian Laundrie is what? No longer here. I mean, according to law enforcement, according to the FBI, all right? According to the full body investigators, they're saying that these remains, these skeletal remains, are that of Brian Laundrie. And like I said, we done the math, we done the breakdown of the story, right? Of the timeline. We've seen the timeline. We've talked about the timeline. But here's the thing. Tory, Texas just said he is not dead. Now, here's the thing. If it is really his skull, right? Him dead. Like they can't fix that. They can't change that. Unless they just found, a couple fingers and, some teeth out there. That anything's possible. Somebody could knock his teeth out. Somebody could chop a finger or toes off just to throw people off the beaten path, or to close the chapter on is he alive or not. That could be possible too. But they said skeletal remains of a human body. And after using dental records, they found out that this is Brian Laundrie. So I do believe that he's dead. I most definitely, I'm not going to sit there and challenge. I'm not going to challenge FBI, right? Because no one's that smart. Like trying to find somebody that matches the same dental records as yours so that they can kill you and then throw you out in the middle of the swamp. That's a little bit of a stretch for me. That's some serious, like highbrow thriller type movie type ish out here. Okay. That's really highbrow stuff and very expensive, I'm sure. But he's dead. That's what it is. He's done. How he died? Now we got to ask that question. Now there is that mystery. How did he die? Did he walk out there and suddenly get bit by a snake, as one of the viewers said yesterday in my call-in segment yesterday? Did he get bit by somebody? Bit by something? Did he get attacked by an alligator out of nowhere? Just, because they be out here. You know what I'm saying? Those alligators are thugs out here in these wilderness streets. Can't trust no thug out here in these wilderness streets. Did he take his own life? And then his body just laid there. You see what I'm saying? The possibilities, like I said, the possibilities are endless up in this piece. The options are endless in this piece. But what we know right now is that those remains that were found are no longer Brian. I mean, are Brian Laundrie's. They are Brian Laundrie's body, pieces of his body. So I'm going to take it as face value and say he is no longer on this planet. His soul has transitioned, whether you believe in hell or heaven. He went somewhere, but he is physically not on this earth anymore.
All over the world, people are saying, wait, did that really happen? Did he come back with her van and the families aren't communicating and she's missing and he's not talking, and all of these conversations. And because of this being such a seemingly unbelievable story, it becomes worldwide. Everyone around the world gravitating towards this story because they want answers. And the one answer that people wanted more than anything is what happened to Gabby. There's thousands of questions that fall underneath that. But number one on the list, the number one question throughout the entire process is, what happened to Gabby Petito?
And that's the thing. We will never get that answer unless that book, that notebook that his father just randomly found says something. And here's the thing. You can't even take that notebook for face value, because here's the thing. That book, anybody could have written anything in that book. If it turns into some sort of huge confessional piece in that notebook, who's to say that he actually wrote that with his own hand? Who's to say? We will never know. This story is so insane. It's so all over the place and just mucking nuts, right? How can we believe anything right now? How can we believe anything except for the FBI confirming that is without a shadow of a doubt Brian Laundrie, and that him did? Other than that, the information from this point on, are we gonna believe it for real though? Are we though? For real though? Are we gonna believe it? And Lady Justice, you ain't wrong. You know, handwriting expert could prove if it's Brian or not, and that's absolutely 110% true. You ain't wrong. They could probably do a bunch of dust it for fingerprints too, just to see if somebody wrote it, and it could have been somebody else's hands that were writing it and all that stuff. That's very, very true too. But at the same time, no matter what, even if they were to prove it was Brian or not, how can we really believe his firsthand account of anything that went down? If the notebook actually does say things that do expose the truth, how can we truly say it's the truth? Because it is only his account. It's only his story. So I'm just saying, how do we know without a shadow of a doubt that notebook is going to tell the truth? Well, like I said, I got my theories, y'all. I got my theories. You know what I'm saying? We still got a few things. I want to take a look at a few things. I want to see if there's any other things going around. Maybe there's some more things on Twitter. But like I said, still to me, to this day, I am trying my hardest to wrap my mind around this and be okay with it, right? Because I feel like this just ain't enough. Suddenly he's dead and that's it. I just feel like it's not enough, y'all. See what I'm saying? Feels like it's not enough. All right. And if you feel me, hit that like button down below. Don't forget to hit that like button down below. We are going through this. We're going to go through this together. We are working through this. All right. And of course, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And for those of y'all who are starting to file in right now, 700 souls are watching the show right now on all different platforms right now. Please do yourself a favor. Hit all those things, like, follow, you name it. But for those who are just walking in and checking it out right now, I'm going to repeat it one more time. Brian Laundrie has been confirmed as dead. He is deceased. FBI has confirmed that the human remains that they found do match the dental records that they do have of Brian Laundrie. Therefore, Brian Laundrie is no longer on this planet anymore. Brian Laundrie is, in fact, dead. So, things are very interesting nowadays. Such a crazy ride, this whole story. It's been 3 weeks of very interesting stuff. But Brian Enton has something here. It looks like there's like a little bit of a breaking thing. I'm going to play it here. See, he's got a little update. This was 27 minutes ago. So hopefully they got some more information here. Let's take a listen. Hopefully he has something to say here.
So we've been in like crazy breaking news coverage nonstop. So I haven't been able to do a live. If you don't have the News Nation on, check it out. We're going to have a lot more tonight. 9 o'clock Eastern. Marnie just finished a long interview with Stephen Bertolino with a lot of new nuggets. So,
Baloney Bertolino's coming out and saying some stuff now. Finally, interesting. Did he know? Did he know that Brian Laundrie's always been out in that swamp dead? That's what I would be asking. I'd be like, bruh, quit. Don't feed me the baloney. Sorry, I had to. Quit giving me the baloney, Bertolino. Did you know that he was dead this entire time or no? Speak on it. That's what I would want to know. Real talk. But let's continue. I digress.
We'll be on tonight, but I just wanted to get on here, talk to everybody. I mean, obviously, this has been quite a day. I don't even really know what to say. I'll kind of walk you through how we figured all this out. The 2 Northport police detectives showed up to the house. They were inside for about 2 minutes. That was clearly a signal that something was happening, the death notification. And then we got word from Mr. Bertolino that they were in fact there to tell the Laundries that the remains were Brian's. And then pretty much just a few minutes later, the FBI put out their release confirming it, and then also saying that it was dental records, that was how they were able to do the final confirmation, through dental records. So it's I know a lot of people are tweeting me that they're emotional. I mean, yeah, it's been a long 5 weeks, so it's pretty crazy. Sorry, I keep losing my train of thought. I'm just taking a breather for the first time because we've been on TV nonstop. But
hold on real quick. Esther, if you do have it, please, if you have that particular article, please send it to me or email it to me. Okay. info@thepascalshow.com. I would love to see what you're talking about. She said, I just read something on CNN. The forensic pathologist said that there was something odd about the scene. And I wonder what was quote unquote odd about the scene. So if you do still have that article, please email it to me and let me know in the chat. Okay.
We're still, I mean, we're not
Thank
like
you.
leaving right now. I mean, there's one thing I've been talking a lot about on TV is how there's still so many unanswered questions, obviously about the parents, just about a lot of things. And the FBI investigation doesn't just end because of this. We've confirmed that. I mean, the investigation continues. So there's still a lot to figure out, but this is obviously, a massive development. Also, I think everybody, and you guys already are, but everybody's obviously, and me, we're all thinking of the Petito family. I mean, we know that they said their idea of justice was him in a jail cell. So I can't imagine what they're going through right now. Someone's asking, was it just teeth they found? No, it was bones. I confirmed today through a law enforcement source that it was bones. It was a partial skull and bones.
Partial skull and bones, everybody. Skull and bones. Why does that make me think of like a secret society for presidents and stuff? You know, like the Skulls. Remember that movie? It's like old 90s or early 2000s movie called Skulls. Skull and Bones. Anyway, that's very interesting. That's very interesting. A partial skull and bones.
Thank you guys for watching News Nation. So no, I did not interview Bertolino. Marnie Hughes, our anchor for News Nation Prime, did. It was a long interview. I just heard all about it. And it's going to be on tonight at 9 o'clock. That's Eastern time.
Damn.
I know a lot of people saying, what's in the notebook? Apparently they are drying the notebook out. It's possibly salvageable. So we may find out what's in the notebook.
Okay. So the thing was wet. The notebook was wet. All right. Okay.
No reaction from the Laundrie family. I'm at the reserve, but we have a crew over at the house and they haven't come out. So
info at thepascalshow.com. Okay, Esther? Info at thepascalshow.com.
Cause of death. Yes. A lot of people asking
I was going to ask
about cause of death. We don't
I was going to say
know yet. That's another big question. I mean, there's so many questions that I still have. I think I'm still sort of like you guys just processing that Brian Laundrie is dead. It even sounds weird saying that after covering this story for 5 weeks that he's dead. But yeah, there's still a ton of questions that we need to get answered. So
crazy. They've been working on this for 5 weeks. I think I've been covering it for 3. So I can only imagine this man being just exhausted, right? Coming to this end of a story, coming to the end of this road, and finally just being like, all right, you know, I wonder if this is satisfying for him. You see what I'm saying? For somebody who's been covering this for well over a month, that's a lot. And for you to have the end story of, well, he's dead. It's like, damn. And I've only been covering it for for 3 weeks. And I'm sitting there going like, damn, that sucks. This sucks. Because we want to hear the story from the horse's mouth. Well, the horse's mouth is dead. Son of a gun, man.
yes, I'll still definitely cover the investigation. I mean, this isn't over. I mean, like, obviously you guys know that. I know we're processing the news about Brian, but there's still so many questions. So we're not anywhere near done covering this. Some of you are asking, where can you watch the Bertolino interview tonight? So News Nation, that's the station I work for. If you go to newsnationnow.com, you can put in your zip code. It'll tell you what channel you have it on your cable system, and it'll be on tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern. I know a lot of people saying they're mad. Look, I get it.
Yeah, disappointed. More than anything, just disappointed. That's a good question too. What about Dog the Bounty Hunter, right? What's his thoughts on all this right now? You know, I'm sure he got some things though. Real talk.
Thank you everyone for following along with me for the last 5 weeks. Again, we're not packing up and leaving, but I just wanted to say that because this is obviously a big moment in the case. And
real quick, thank you, Infinite Inspirations. I do appreciate you saying that. Okay. And I'm a fan of you as well. Thank you so much for showing your support here, guys. Real talk. You know, if you found me through this story, hopefully you stick around with me because I'm going to be covering a lot of other stories here. Trust and believe. So I appreciate you guys finding this little old channel that could, you know?
And, you know, I've been covering stories for, almost 15 years, but never one quite like this, never one with so much interest and so many followers who I feel like, I bonded with. So thank you to you guys also. Yeah, a lot of you are saying mixed feelings. I get it. I hear you. Do I think they're going to find the rest of his body? Well, they're still here. The reserve is closed. There's still a lot of FBI inside. There was another medical examiner van that showed up today. So I know they're still searching. Yes, I will go back to the house. But I think we're going to stay at the reserve for a while just because we have so many live shots on News Nation. We don't really have time to move. But we have our correspondent, Michael Shore, and his cameraman are there. So we have eyes on the house. But nothing has happened. The Laundries haven't come out. No news on cause of death. Nope, no news on cause of death. Depending on what happened, that may take some time since we know that it was just bones that were recovered. Yes, we'll hear from Jennifer. She'll be on, and she was actually already on News Nation a little while ago, and she'll be back on tonight. So several hours. Can I give a recap? This is basically what happened over the last several hours.
Here we go. One more time.
We started. Well, first of all, today the medical examiner said that he didn't think they would have a positive identification today. So I was under the assumption this was not going to happen today. Then we got word that 2 detectives showed up to the Laundrie's house. They went inside just for 2 minutes, very, very quick. And then they left, which was sort of a signal to me that something was about to happen because I knew that's normally the way it works. The police will go to someone's house for a death notification. So immediately got in touch with Mr. Bertolino because I knew he would be the first one to know. And he confirmed it. And then a short time later, the FBI confirmed it, that Brian Laundrie was dead, and they confirmed that it was through the dental records.
Man. There's about a minute or so left on this, okay, guys? I'm sorry. I just figured there's some more information in here that we just heard. Partial skull and bones were found by the backpack and by this silver bag that had the notebook that they are drying out right now. Partial skull and bones were found. Now, I don't know. They're not saying how intact the skull and bones were. If there were actual like flesh on the bone, or if it was just literally just clean bone itself. They have not confirmed that. They just say skeleton. So it was skeletal, partial skull and bones were found in the middle of that swamp. Next to his or nearby was his book bag, and another thing was a silver bag out there as well. Cause of death, they have not confirmed yet, which I'm sure is going to take a little bit of time because I'm sure forensics and all that are doing whatever they need to do. Coroner and all that are probably doing whatever they need to do to find out how he died as well. So let's continue with this. Let's wrap this piece up.
I know a lot of you are asking about this notebook. I know. I'm very curious too. We'll hopefully get some answers out of that. So obviously, yeah, a lot of you saying you're thinking of Gabby's family. I think everyone is thinking of Gabby's family right now.
Anything else? Son of a bitch. Hit that like button, y'all. Get that past 400 likes. That would be really appreciated. And thank you.
No, it was not just a skull found. It was human. It was bones, multiple bones, not just a skull, but a partial skull also. Okay, I gotta go because I gotta get back on News Nation. But I'll see you guys tonight. I just wanted to get on here real quick.
So there it is, guys. Shout out to Brian Enton. Thank you so much for the information and the recap on this, because obviously without him doing what he's been doing, like, this dude been killing it, y'all, for the past 5 weeks. I feel like he needs to get his flowers for the coverage of this particular story. So I give him mad mother loving props for taking the time to chop it up and give us the breakdown of what's going on. Now I see here, like, while we were in the middle of doing that particular looking at his recap, it says right here, it says, statement from Petito's family attorney. They are grieving the loss of their beautiful daughter. Gabby's family will make a statement at the appropriate time and when they are emotionally ready, which makes, of course, sense. Now, here's this from Marnie Hughes. She's also a reporter or anchor on News Nation as well. Her tweet says, just moments after learning remains found in Florida Reserve are Brian Laundrie. I speak with the Laundrie family attorney, Stephen Bernalino. My full interview tonight on the News Nation Prime, which will be on. They'll be on at 8 Central Time, 9 Eastern, if you're in those areas. I ask about the search in the reserve, the parents, Gabby Petito, and ethical questions. And like I said, that's going to be a very interesting one. Unfortunately, I won't be able to watch that one unless I watch it the following morning with you guys. So if you're willing to wait and watch that piece with me tomorrow morning, that would be really, really great. Because I will not be physically here at that particular time. But I will be checking it out. And I would love to do a live. I mean, maybe I do it after I get back from my meetings or something like that. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. But as I was saying, I want to cover this. I want to get you guys abreast on what is going on, especially with what this freaking lawyer wants to say, because the lawyer's got a lot of explaining to do. A whole lot. I mean, he's not the only one, though. The parents do, too. The parents have a lot of explaining to do as well. Let's not get it twisted, okay? But hearing it from the horse's mouth itself, as far as the lawyer who's been doing all the statements and speaking on behalf of the couple, Roberta and Christopher Laundrie, he has a lot of explaining to do. And then at some point, the parents have to step forward and say something. They can't just hide behind their esquire for hire. They can't. At some point, they're going to have to speak up. They were silent enough. They were silent long enough. Brian Laundrie's body has been found, or remains have been found. He is dead now. There's nothing to hide from anymore. There's nothing there's no reason to hide behind this lawyer no more. It's time to get out and say something. Because I guarantee you, like Sweet Indigo said earlier in that super chat, which again, thank you so much for the super chat. Does this mean that, the family is going to be, the pressure is not going to be on the parents anymore? No, I think it ain't over yet. Because still, no matter what, that family has information. That family has information about everything that went down when he came home without her in that van, and all the way to the moment where they found his bones out in the freaking swamp. Just saying. The parents have a lot of explaining to do, a whole lot of explaining to do. It ain't over for them. and as much as we see like the Molly Golightly out in the front lawn screaming at the house and all that stuff, you think that's over? You think just because Brian Laundrie's body or partial parts of his body have been found that this story is over? That that the protests and the loud noises that are going on outside of their house in their front lawn, you think that that's over? Oh, hell no, baby. It's just the beginning. They're going to have to pick up and move somewhere completely different. Live off the grid or something like that. Real talk. They're going to have to go hide somewhere for this to be okay. Now, I got an email. I want to see if I can get this because I want to look at this as well. Shout out to Esther. Thank you so much for the email. What? Let me pull this up real quick. It's got to be a commercial, I'm sure. Yep, a commercial. Hold on one second, guys. I'm going to pull this up so we can all watch this together. Like I said, please don't forget to hit that like button down below. Send those likes past 500 likes. That would really mean a lot. We're going through this together. We are going through it. All right. I got a little bit of time left before I have to head out, but I found out about this information and I was just like, man, we got to talk about this. We can't just not talk about this. This is absolutely insane what has happened here. But it says here, forensic pathologist explains what was odd about the scene. Interesting, right? What was odd? Forensic pathologist Priya Banerjee, I'm sorry if I butchered that last name, spoke with CNN's Wolf Blitzer about the Laundrie family being allowed to at the scene where their son Brian's remains were found and the challenge her colleagues will face determining Laundrie's cause of death. So this is some information I think is important to hear. And shout out to Esther. Thank you so much, sweetheart, for sending this to me because I wouldn't have seen this. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Dr. Banerjee, quickly, as a forensic pathologist, what stood out to you?
Yeah, I mean, usually even when I respond to a crime scene, the family is not allowed. No external people are allowed other than the immediate, investigator. So that was odd to me.
Very odd.
But in this case, I do believe that the two major issues, again, are identification, which has been completed. And now my colleagues have quite a challenge in determining the cause of death. I don't know how much has been recovered of his body, so that'll be challenging. I know they were out there again today, and maybe the diary or other evidence can, shed some light as to what happened.
I'm gonna repeat that one more time. Oh shoot! Hold on, dag nabbit. I hate when that happens. Let's try that again. Whoops. Okay, this thing is got a mind of its own. But anyway, I'm not going to play it again. But here it is. What's interesting to me, okay, is that... Oh, this is interesting. Hold on. Let me see. Sorry, one second, guys. Let's see. Lady Justice, can you send that to me in an email or something? I see the link, but I can't click on it over here on my end. So if you can send that to me, that would be greatly appreciated. And while we're at it, please don't forget to hit that like button down below, crush it, and also annihilate that subscribe button. It'd be great to have you a part of the Pascal Show family. I'm going to be opening up the phone lines here shortly, but I just saw something that was sent or was going to be sent. I can't click on it on this platform that I'm doing the show on, but if you can email it to me or send it to me through Discord, that'd be really great as well. And then I'll take a look at it here, right here, Lady Justice. Okay. But what was I saying? I digress. No, so like, of course, it's going to take a little bit because the family because you only got partial bones that were found out in the reserve that have been sitting in that water for a while, allegedly, right? You also got a notebook that could literally say anything at this point. Anything's possible with what is being said or what was written in that book, or if anything is legible in that book, right? Mark Saunders, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Shout out to Pascal, one of the hardest working brothers on this mother-loving internet. Thank you so much, man. Shout out to you, Mark. Thank you, man. Appreciate the support and love, man. You know what I mean? I'm just working hard out here in these streets, just like any other brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm working hard. You feel me? All right, and if you feel me, do me that small favor. Hit those likes. We're only 19 away from 500 likes. So please, just get it past 500 likes. Just do it. Just get it past 500 likes. That would mean a lot. All right. If you appreciate the hard work that we're doing out here in these streets. Okay. We got another email. Let me get this really, really quick. Shout out to Brian, or AKA Lady Justice. I really do appreciate the support. It says it's highly suspicious. Okay. Well, interesting. Okay, we're going to look at this article here real quick because they're saying that the canine cadaver dogs, the canine handler, I'm sorry. Let's pull this article up. This is from an article, all right, saying the canine handler says it's highly suspicious that cadaver dogs didn't already detect remains in search for Brian Laundrie. See, that's what I'm saying. All of this don't make no damn sense. None of it, man, okay? None of it makes sense, y'all. So breaking news in the Brian Laundrie case emerged yesterday after many people believed believed the case was going cold and would be given up. Tuesday morning, the FBI reopened the Carlton Reserve, just like I said, and adjacent I can't even say the Mayaka. I feel bad. The Creek environmental park that to visitors, leading Christopher and Roberta Laundrie to head in on Wednesday, finding some substantial evidence in their son's disappearance. Now, this is the thing that doesn't make any sense. Like I said a second ago, Tuesday, they opened up the Carlton Reserve to the public. Then click yourself and flash forward to the next day, less than 24 hours later. Christopher and Roberta go out and say, hey, we want to help out. We want to do what we can. I know I can't say the Mekaleka. I feel bad, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, so they're out here, and all of a sudden they find the most crucial pieces of evidence while they're out there in those wilderness streets. What are the chances? Like I said, it makes no damn sense, and the math ain't mathing. But let's continue. Why did it take so long to find human remains in search for Brian Laundrie? Experts have weighed in to express their shock about how FBI were unable to locate this crucial evidence before now. So you're out there for 3, 4, 5, whatever weeks that they were out there, almost a damn month, and you're telling me you didn't find anything? Not one shred of evidence, nothing. And then the same damn day after, the day after they open it up to the public, Roberta and Christopher Laundrie go out there. They're like rolling up our sleeves. We're going to go find our son. And then they go, oh my gosh. Lo and behold, a book bag, partial skull and bones, and a bag with his notebook in it. What? The same day? Like that? I mean, like that? Snap of a fingers after 3 weeks plus weeks of law enforcement, millions of dollars, $200,000 a day spent on law enforcement, on manpower, out there combing these wilderness streets. They don't find anything until the day they bring Roberta and Christopher Laundrie out there, and they find skull and bones, a silver bag, and a book bag that belonged to Brian Laundrie. Suspicious. Okay, so moving on. According to the reports from law enforcement, Chris and Roberta wandered off on their own. Okay, I'm cold reading this as I'm going, okay? I just got this from Lady Justice. Shout out to my co-host, Lady Justice. She's a beast, okay? Here it is. According to reports from law enforcement, Chris and Roberta wandered off on their own to look for their missing son when they found a bag full of contents that belonged to him. Sorry, I'm not saying anything because I just want that ish to sink in. Does that make sense? The items included a notebook, all of which have been given over to the FBI in order to verify their contents and to aid their investigation. Partial human remains were also found on the scene, but these have not yet been identified. Canine handlers say dogs would have been able to detect the remains underwater. A canine handler and former police officer agreed with the skepticism, saying that it is highly suspicious that dogs hadn't found anything in the reserve before. See what I'm saying? Does that make any sense? And Donna, thank you so much for the Canadian $7. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, baby. Appreciate it. But does that make sense? Even a canine handler, former police officers going, no, that's fishy. We would have been seeing that. Law enforcement claimed that the remains and articles were found in an area that had previously been underwater, but the handlers said it shouldn't have mattered. This is from the dog handler. If the body had been there when they went by with cadaver dogs, and the body had been there for more than 2 or 3 minutes, the odor would have come through the water. Kyle Hayen, the principal and founder of Detector Dogs International, Inc., said on Dan Abrams Live, they should have been able to locate that body. The law enforcement from the FBI to the Northport Police Department and several other authorities from other counties spent almost a full month in the Carlton Reserve searching for Brian. Chris and Roberta reported him missing 4 days after his appearance and claimed that he went to the Carlton Reserve to go on a hike. Remember when I was saying he wanted to be one with the swamp? He wanted to be one with nature. Okay? Parking his car out there by the creek. Mayakahechi? I'm so sorry. It's funny. I've heard this so many times. I still can't pronounce it. I feel so bad. It's highly suspicious, Hayen said. If the body was there at that time, some odd weeks ago, and it's the same dog and the same quality of dog or same quality of training, they should have found him. They would have detected Laundrie's body. Mayakahachi. I got it, I think. Please, I hope I got it right. I'm so sorry. But anyway, the Carlton Reserve search had been fruitless for over a month until the FBI reopened the park and Chris and Roberta found his items. Like I said, I mean, let's be real. We are not dumb, y'all. We are all born during the day, but we weren't born yesterday. You feel me? So for them to automatically say, oh, yeah, oh, eureka, we found the bag. And in the bag is a notebook. Oh, and his body's there too? Oh, my God. Oh, my word. What are the chances? The coinkydink is too much. The coinkydink is way too much. Y'all killing me with this one. If y'all even think that the parents don't have anything to do with this, that's when I throw up my hands and I walk the F away from this situation, because to me, this all says something was up. I'm not saying that law enforcement were in cahoots with with Chris and Roberta, but something's up. Something's really up. The same day, within hours of them, maybe not even hours, within seconds, they go out there and they find it like that. Like I said, it just doesn't make seriously, like, how does that happen? How does that work out? How does that work out? Doesn't make sense to me. Like I said, I'm trying to like I said, I'm trying to make this make sense. And shout out to Lady Justice. Thank you so much for that additional article. Because like I said, the math ain't mathing. The parents need to be brought in and they need to be questioned. Period. I don't care. They need to be brought in and questioned because I think that they know some ish. Okay. So I know a lot of y'all are probably sitting there going, okay, what are your thoughts? What's the story here? Well, we know that the FBI has confirmed that his body has been found and that he is dead. A partial skull. No one can live without a skull. Okay. So mother lover dead. Him dead. Okay. But how he died? I have so many theories. I have so many. Maybe the parents are involved. Maybe the Petito family is involved. Maybe they said their goodbyes, like the Laundrie family said goodbye to Brian while they were camping for those 2 times that they went camping to say their final goodbyes because they knew that he was going to walk off. Right? That he was going to run off and do his thing. I mean, the possibilities are endless up in this piece, y'all. Now, I'm opening up the phone lines. All right. 314-766-4581. It is now pinned to the top. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. This is going to be kind of a quick series of phone calls, but I wanted to hear your thoughts. What are your theories on this? Are you satisfied that this is over? Or no? That's what I want to know. Are you happy? Are you happy that he has been found dead? It is confirmed that those human remains are his and that he really is dead? That he is alligator food, pretty much? Or does this leave a bad taste in your mouth? Give me a call, 314-766-4581. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. And by the way, before y'all, if you guys are deciding to jump off or leave or whatever, please hit that like button down below. And don't forget to crush that subscribe button, okay? We're covering this and we're covering many other things. And if there's other developing stories revolving around this whole thing, like what's in the notebook and all that, we will be covering those things, right? But right now, what we know is Brian Laundrie is dead. He is very much dead, which still is a huge surprise to me. I just figured it would be a little bit different. So, phone lines are open, 314-766-4581. Don't be shy. Give me a call. Love to hear your thoughts. I got a few minutes left to chop it up with all of y'all. Okay. But yes, I literally was thinking like this was going to be like a toe, you know what I mean? A finger, you know? I was expecting so many different things. Hey, you're on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This was going to be. I'm sorry, what?
You're on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Tanya. I'm from Alabama.
Hi, Tanya from Alabama. What's on your mind? Speak on it.
Well, I've got a question about all this water in that area where the body and his items were found. If it was covered in water, how did he get there to begin with?
You know, that's a very good question. I keep thinking that, like, if you're out there for weeks, right? Because he's been right out there for weeks. That's enough time. That's a lot of time for you to start walking, right? just wading through
Right.
water and just making as many moves as you can, getting as much traction, covering as much ground as you can. So I keep thinking that,
Right.
like, while if he really was out there like that, I keep thinking that gives him enough time to start hiking, right? Do as much mileage
Right.
as he can, do as much coverage as he can. So I just think that he was just in water. If, like I said, if he really was in there, right? If he
Yeah.
really was
Right.
there alive, that's my thought. My thought is that he just was just wading through a whole bunch of water, That's my thought.
You think something just got him then?
That's one possibility. Just like somebody said in a phone call yesterday, I think, yes, there's a strong possibility that he was bit by a snake, or that he walked by something. He didn't realize it was an alligator maybe, and he got attacked by an alligator. The possibilities with him having to deal with the just nature are endless, right?
Oh yeah,
but
I agree.
don't
I
know.
agree. I just think it's just funny that he was just right there,
Just there.
not far
right?
from where he parked his car,
I don't get
and
it.
right there where the parents found him immediately,
Yeah.
and it was all covered in water.
Yeah.
You
And-
know, I mean, he knows what's out there. I just can't
Yeah.
see him wading out in chest deep water
Yeah. I
right there.
I've been trying, like I said, I've been trying to wrap my mind around this, and it just seems almost too simple.
It doesn't make sense.
You know what I
The
mean?
math ain't mathing, like you
Yeah,
say.
the math ain't mathing to me. I mean, still, until I actually hear from the book, like see what the book is saying, the Notebook
I
is
just
saying.
hope we do.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we hear something. I'm waiting for the parents to say something. I would love to hear what the lawyer has to say as well, because I think the lawyer knows a lot more than what he's leading off to.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's been leading off saying that he does know more because he keeps messing up. But
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for him to. I'm still waiting for those other pieces of evidence to come out, and I think that some of it will. I'm hoping, I'm praying, fingers crossed. Some of that
that's
will give
me.
us some truths. You know what I mean?
I hope the truth hasn't all died with him.
Yeah, I hope so. But thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate it.
Well, thanks. Enjoy.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye-bye. Hey, you on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, hi. This is Joey from Oregon. How you doing?
What's up, Joey? What's on your mind, man? Speak on it.
Well, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking to myself, how are they able to come up with the DNA so fast? I mean, I have never, ever seen them get DNA so quick.
That's a very, very good question. They maybe they've had. Look, here's the thing. Here's a thought. Maybe they were already prepared for dental records just in case that they were able to. Maybe they were thinking that, well, his body could be completely just ripped apart, or his body could be decayed tremendously. Parents, we need proof. We need his dental records just in case anything pops off. You also got to remember earlier last week, if I'm correct, if my memory serves me correct, they found another cadaver out there as well, and they thought that it could be possibly Brian. So who's to say that they didn't already ask the parents for the dental records during that time just to make sure? And that's that's how they were able to find out whether or not that was Brian Laundrie's body before. You see what I'm saying? On that one last week.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear I see what you're saying. But it's even for them to have all of the stuff ready, they still have to do the process of getting the DNA from the body and then getting it all ready and then finally matching it out. And I have never seen anybody do it in one day.
Yeah, I've never seen. They said it's going to take a day or two, maybe several, and then all of a sudden, boom! They're like, nope, this is Brian. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is definitely crazy. Something wrong here.
Yeah, something's very funky with this situation. I mean, we're wrong with it for what it's worth, right? But like I said, I want to see more. And maybe what if what if they're? I mean, this is the far-fetched part. But what if 5-0? What if law enforcement is lying? You see what I'm saying?
It's
just so that everyone can have
it's a
peace of mind.
possibility. They could be.
Yeah,
it could be.
Right.
So yeah, in this country, who knows what to believe anymore? We're so messed up right now. It's really hard to say, but it's just really, really strange that they were able to get that off in one day, and everything is just I don't know. It just seems like and the laundry's going out there and finding everything in one day, and
right.
There's just something not right with that.
Something ain't right. The math just ain't mathing to me. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But thank you, my
That's
brother.
right.
Thank you so much for calling in. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, man. You got a great show, man.
Thank you, man.
I love listening to you all the time.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. All right. See
Okay,
you soon.
bud. Bye-bye.
Peace. Hey, you on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, let me turn down my thing. Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hi. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Tracy Godwin. I'm from Austin, Texas.
Hi.
First, I just wanted to correct. They have not found DNA. They did it on dental records alone.
Right.
So DNA will come next week. But my question is, how can the bags, the black bag and the silver dry bag, be so close to his body if it was in swamp area for that long? There's a lot of other questions, but that is one.
I mean, it's a very good question. I mean, for me, it's just everything, right? All everything that revolves around it.
Oh my gosh, I have so many.
It's a domino effect, right? It's like once you hit one domino, it's like, but this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then this, but what about this? You know, it just keeps going and going and going. And like I said, I feel like this will always be a mystery. I think this will be a story that we talk about in 10 years, and we'll be like, remember that story? And it'll be like, oh yeah, did they ever figure out who did what and what did that, and so on and so forth? And everyone's going to have their conspiracies. That's what sucks. And it's funny how it's perfect timing in light of Halloween, just around literally next weekend, right? This is the perfect time for all these mysteries of who done it and all this stuff. But yeah, when it comes to all that, I mean, the father finding the bag with the notebook, the book bag that was there, like how everything was just in the same spot is crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. And I do have my theories. I really, really do have my theories. I have my theories of maybe the parents knew what he was going to do, which was to take his own life, and they were there while he took his own life. You see what I'm saying? There are so many different things.
Picnic day, like a good family time for the kids, right?
Yeah.
And have that last memory for Cassie's kids, right?
Yep.
And so fake it and then go and do, put whatever they need to do.
Strange, right?
There's so much that could go on, but I also just want to do a shout out. I appreciate so much what you've done for Kylan and Crystal as well.
Oh, thank you.
And I hope that we can keep going with that. And thank you for all you do.
Thank you so much. I'll say this too, and I do appreciate you saying that. For everyone who is watching right now, there's a couple of things I'd love for you guys to do. So speaking of the Kylan and Crystal story, I just did an interview yesterday morning with Kylan's aunt, Bridget Culvert, and it's a very eye-opening conversation. It's heartbreaking. You guys need to go and check it out, please. Please share it. You see what I'm saying? Share the interview, because she did drop some very good pieces of information on that I think could help bring whoever did what they did to these two young women to justice. So please go check that out. Please share. That would really, really mean a lot to me and a lot to that family as well. So I do appreciate you saying that. Thank you so much, sweetheart.
Yes, you take care.
You too.
You're awesome.
Oh,
and I would just want to say justice for Gabby, and I hope everything. I hope the FBI knows what they're doing.
Me too. Fingers crossed, right? Fingers crossed.
Thank you.
You stay blessed. All right.
You too.
All right.
Stay
Bye.
blessed.
Hey, you on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name's Jake, and I'm calling from New Jersey.
Hey, Jake from New Jersey. What's on your mind? Speak on it, brother.
So basically, I think that when he went in to the reserve, I think he brought the bag with him and got bones somehow, and put something on it so it registers as him. So then after that, because his parents found it, so he probably told his parents where it is. And then if he told his parents, then that basically says that if he planted it, he might have ran away by then.
Actually, hey, the possibilities on this one are endless, and I really do, you got one creative mind right there, man. Now the possibilities are endless. You never know. You never know how this all went down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've been looking at this for a long time since it started, and I've been trying to figure out what's been happening. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate you keeping an eye on it. You know what I mean? There's so many questions with this, right? And we don't have all of them yet. And like I said, the possibilities, the roads that this could go down are, I mean, we can go with the craziest or we can go with the simplest option. And I don't think there's going to be a wrong answer, right? So, Jake, I do appreciate you calling in and putting in your 2 cents. All right.
You're welcome.
All right.
Also, bye, guys.
What did you say? Okay. Lost him. Hey, you're on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm Nicole, and I'm calling from Pennsylvania.
Hi, Nicole. What's on your mind? Speak on it.
Actually, I'm going to go back to the beginning.
Please.
As far back as when he came home without her and lawyered up and had a nice little camping trip with the fam. Do you think by any chance the camping trip was like a farewell to Brian kind of thing?
That's what I'm thinking too. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
I think they're all shady. I'm not even gonna lie, and I just find it really funny that Daddy walks into the woods and just so happens to find a bag. No one's around. Did he touch the bag? Did he go in the bag? Did he take something out? Did he put something in?
Why did Dad suddenly secure the bag? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did he suddenly secure them bags? Doesn't make any sense. And I keep thinking,
and he touched evidence. He contaminated evidence at that point. My mind.
He most definitely did. You ain't wrong on that. So that part doesn't make sense to me at all as well. It's like suddenly everything, they didn't have anything, not one shred of anything. And then suddenly the same day that they go out after the park being open for less than 24 hours, that family, the Pops, with Roberta, which is the first time Roberta has ever stepped foot inside the Carlton Reserve since the son has been out on the lam. They find all that stuff like that. See, like I said, it just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. And another thing I was thinking, I have to go back and look at all the footage. I haven't had a chance yet today, but when she first gets to the campsite, she has a backpack on. And then you see this reporter from Fox News who captures them after they find, Daddy goes into the woods and he comes out with the bag and they're standing there and her bag is stuffed full.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering, was her bag that full when they first entered? Or did she throw some stuff in her backpack or take something out and Daddy put it in? I don't know. I don't like to be a conspiracy theorist, but with this whole situation, nobody could have even wrote a story like this. It's been shady from the beginning, and the FBI and the police dropped the ball. they let him get away, and then the parents just, oh, let's just go 30 minutes in the woods right to the spot.
Precisely.
I just have a really hard time believing this.
Yeah.
And
it's a lot of
prayers
shadiness.
for Gabby.
Yes.
You know,
very much.
and I mean, Daddy could have wrote in a notebook and put it there. So
the
you write in a
possibilities.
notebook, you submerge it
Oh,
in water,
absolutely.
go roll it in the mud a little bit.
Oh yeah. Shoot, go in the backyard, douse it with a garden hose. I mean, anything's possible. Anything's possible. I mean, the like I said, the possibilities with this situation are endless. And only time will tell. With everything. Because here's the thing. Here's the other thing. That family is going to have to sit there and let that guilt, if they were involved with this, rot within them. And you know for a fact, now they have the scarlet letter. They have a scarlet letter attached to their chest, basically, anytime they leave their house. They are going to be ridiculed with shame. They're going to be looked at with side-eyed like a mug. Now they have to live with this for the rest of their lives unless they step forward and tell the truth. But I don't know if they ever will. So like I said,
I don't know
only
if they
time will
can.
tell.
I really just, I don't think that they're capable of the truth.
Right.
And on CNN last night, the attorney, kind of took the blame for telling them to stay silent. If that was my son's fiance missing, nobody would have been able to silence me.
Yep.
I don't care what an attorney would have told me. That is my son's fiance. We're going to find her. We're going to get her home. And they've, like I said, they've just been shady from the beginning. I trust nothing that they say.
I think no matter what, if it was me in their shoes, I would have been squawking a long time ago. I would have been, you want to know where he is? And what about, and another thing, he used to wet his bed when he was 16, all the way up till he was 16.
Exactly.
I'd be putting, I would just say everything. Because why would my son take like my future daughter-in-law's life like that? Allegedly, I would feel some type of way about that.
Allegedly,
you know what I mean? Allegedly.
But,
yes.
I'm a parent. I have 3 kids. If they went off on a road trip and my son came back without his fiance, I'd be hitting them left and right with questions.
Oh yeah.
And if I felt that something was suspicious, I'd be calling the cops. I love my kids, but right is right and wrong is wrong. And I just think that this whole thing could have been prevented if the parents would have had a backbone and did the right thing from the beginning.
Absolutely. I totally agree. Well, sweetheart, thank you so much for the phone call. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for taking my call.
Anytime.
And thank you for everything that you guys do.
Anytime.
I love watching you,
Thank
you have some great supporters. So
thank you so much.
Thank you for letting me talk to you about it.
Thank you so much. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Unfortunately, that's the last phone call I can take right now, unfortunately, but I will be, I'm sure we're, depending on what, when I get back from this meeting, and it's a very important meeting, but, depending on what time I get back from this meeting, I would love to, chop it up with everybody a little bit more, or watch this, this lawyer, Bertolino interview. But I can't unfortunately stay and do that as of yet. But when that does drop, I will be watching it at some point live. I will be posting a live. But right now, what we know is Brian Laundrie is dead. It has been confirmed by FBI. They have done through dental records, not DNA tests, but dental records. They have found out that the partial human remains that they do have in their possession are indeed, without a shadow of a doubt, Brian Laundrie. So Brian Laundrie is dead. Him dead, y'all. And that really, really sucks, right? Solely because we want to hear the truth. We want to hear what happened to Gabby Petito. We want to bring justice for Gabby Petito. And unfortunately, we don't have that as of yet. But here's the question. Do the parents know? Do the Laundrie parents know? Do they have information that we don't know about, that they've been withholding, and hiding inside of their home? We're going to have to wait and see. Only time will tell when it comes to this, when it comes to all of this. All right. And Susan, thank you so much. Good night to you too as well, sweetheart. Please, guys, but before you go, All right. If you are on Twitter or on Instagram, please follow me on those platforms. That is the Pascal Show, one word, on both platforms. That's Twitter and on Instagram. Please follow me over there as well. All right. And before you head off, don't forget to hit that like button down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It'll be greatly appreciated. Anyway, guys, it's time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Brian Laundrie is dead, y'all. Wow. This has been some 3 weeks, y'all. Damn. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.